Hey guys, back for video number 2. In our notes, we're going to be covering learning targets 3 and 4. All right, learning target 3, Mr. Scott. It says if a cell is going to divide, what has to happen before the division to ensure that both cells will live?
This phase, interphase, takes up 90% of a cell's life, basically, before it divides. It's the period right before cell division. In my class, I talked about how kind of it was like the pregnancy of a cell, just preparing to live its life as a cell itself. The first part, we labeled it, I think it was G1, growth. It produces everything like a new mitochondria, more vacuoles, and it basically copies everything inside the cytoplasm to get ready for this second sister cell that it's going to make. And then the second part of interphase is copying the DNA, making sure that inside the nucleus, inside the chromosomes, it's copying DNA over and over again so that it gets the exact same cell in this second daughter cell. And then the third part, copying DNA, we called that S. I think it was DNA synthesis is what we referred to it as. Preparing for division, that's G2. So that's the last part of this interphase part of a cell. And that is just getting final growth ready, making sure that the cell is completely ready to split and go through the next phase of cell division. So that's basically interphase. And then this next part, we drew some diagrams, drew a plate. Mr. Heisman's just going to quick talk through this part of this learning target 4.
All right, since we got diagrams here, I want to make sure that you can see them. All right, learning target 4 was just talking about the cell cycle as a whole. All right, so if you've got your notes, you got this. I'm going to focus on these plates again. Here again, it just showed what he was just talking about. Interphase is the first majority, I guess you could say, of the cell cycle. It's got your G1, your synthesis, your S, and then your G2. And then right here was the division. All right, this is mitosis. That's cell division. It's made up of the 4 parts: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, which we're going to talk about in the next video. And then the last part here was cytokinesis, which you remember is just the pinching off. But we think you should know this diagram. There's a chance we're going to ask you about it on the test.